This following critical incident briefing is intended to provide you with information about a recent incident which resulted in a deputy-involved shooting. This briefing has been prepared so that you may have a better understanding of the circumstances which led to the use of force. As a part of this briefing, you may be shown photographs of the scene and the evidence involved, both surveillance video and body-worn camera video, and additional information relevant to the event. We hope this provides you with a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know as of this moment. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department conducts very thorough use of force investigations. Every deputy-involved shooting is a traumatic event for all involved. Each deputy-involved shooting is reviewed by independent investigative agencies to ensure compliance with the law and Sheriff's Department policy. Even as the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department conducts its own investigation, investigators and attorneys with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office conduct their own independent review when someone is struck by gunfire. These investigations typically require multiple witness interviews, review of video footage, and analysis of significant amounts of forensic evidence. We are in the very early stages of this investigation. Our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. We do not draw conclusions about whether the involved department members acted consistent with the law, our policies, and our training until all the facts are known and the entire investigation is complete. A word of caution: the images and information you are about to see may be disturbing. When a law enforcement officer uses force to effect an arrest of a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. On Thursday, October 15, 2020, at approximately 3:35 a.m., Dana Mitchell Young, a 47-year-old resident of Los Angeles, kidnapped a female victim at gunpoint near the intersection of 103rd Street and Figueroa Street in the city of Los Angeles. While forcing the victim at gunpoint towards his vehicle, Young struck her in the head with his pistol and stole $100 from her. Young forced the victim into the front passenger seat of his silver Volkswagen SUV and fled the area. While fleeing the area, Young forced the victim to disrobe. Two individuals witnessed the kidnapping and followed Young's vehicle south on the 110 freeway. Young drove at a high rate of speed in an apparent attempt to prevent the witnesses from following him. Young exited the freeway and drove into the area of 127th Street and Budlong Avenue. Young stopped his car, exited, and fired 2 rounds from a handgun at the witnesses and another occupied vehicle. Young re-entered his vehicle and fled north on Budlong Avenue. Fearing they would be shot, the witnesses called 911 to report the kidnapping and shooting and eventually stopped following the suspect.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes.
The police is not here. He just took a shot at me in his car.
Okay, is anybody injured?
No, nobody got injured, but he kidnapped somebody.
He kidnapped somebody? Okay, County, we got a call Where we started at
Go
135
straight, go straight,
Long
go
and
straight,
out.
go
Look
straight.
at
I'm
120th and
following.
Normandy where he was being shot at.
Huh?
Where?
I said,
You say Normandy and 120th now.
120th in Normandy.
120th and Normandy.
Yeah, he took a shot at us.
Okay.
What's going on
Yeah.
here?
We're also en route there. What kind of car is he in?
He's in a silver. He's in the silver. He's passing the station now. He's in the silver Volkswagen car.
A Volkswagen? Is it a truck or a car?
It's like a little truck. It's like a little truck.
Small truck? Did you get a license plate?
He's driving past the station now. He's driving past the station. Come on, please, come out, please.
Shortly thereafter, responding deputies located the Volkswagen, which was occupied by Young and the victim. The vehicle was backed into a parking stall at the Park and Ride parking lot located on the 11,600 block of Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles. As the deputies approached Young's vehicle, they saw the unclothed victim in the back seat. Young was then seen in the front seat as he started the vehicle and quickly drove away through the parking lot toward Vermont Avenue. As the Volkswagen began to accelerate, the victim escaped by jumping out of the rear door of the moving vehicle. The victim was attended to by deputies, and the Los Angeles County Fire Department paramedics responded and treated the kidnapped victim for injuries sustained during Young's assault. Additional sheriff's deputies initiated a vehicle pursuit of Young, who was suspected of kidnapping, armed robbery, attempted rape, and attempted murder. The pursuit traveled north on Vermont Avenue and continued to westbound 108th Street. The vehicle pursuit terminated when Young crashed his Volkswagen SUV into the metal gate of an elementary school at the end of the cul-de-sac on 108th Street, west of Vermont Avenue. Young quickly exited his vehicle and ran east on the south sidewalk of 108th Street towards deputies who were exiting their patrol vehicle. As Young approached the deputies, who had gained cover behind the hood of an SUV parked on the south curb line, Young raised a black object in his right hand toward deputies. Believing the object was a firearm, one deputy discharged his firearm at Young. After being struck by gunfire, Young fell to the ground. The deputies requested paramedics and immediately provided first aid. The Los Angeles County Fire Department paramedics responded and administered medical aid to Young, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. A .38 caliber revolver, loaded with 5 live rounds and 1 expended cartridge case, was recovered from under the driver's seat of Young's Volkswagen SUV. Detectives learned the black item in Young's hand at the time of the shooting was a black face mask. Young had previously been convicted for sales of narcotics, possession of a weapon in a jail facility, rape, and assault with a deadly weapon. Dana Young was registered as a sex offender at the time of this incident. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has begun a thorough and in-depth investigation. Homicide investigators will continue to investigate this incident by completing additional interviews, examining additional evidence and toxicology results, and completing forensic reviews of the involved evidence. When completed, the facts of the investigation will be presented to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office Justice System Integrity Division for review and a determination whether the force used was within the law. Following the District Attorney's review, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Internal Affairs Bureau will complete an administrative investigation of the incident. The Internal Affairs Bureau will present the case to the Executive Force Review Committee, which will evaluate the performance of the deputies and determine if their tactics and use of deadly force were within policy and met the high standards of the Sheriff's Department. On behalf of Sheriff Alex Villanueva, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is appreciative of your interest and understanding in this incident.